And we're live. What's going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I was literally watching another YouTube video while I was getting ready for this one. Car-related stuff. Anyway, so let's get right into this. For those of you that are not familiar with my channel, one of the things we do on Dylan Talks Tone is when we get a new guitar, we unbox it live. So from what I understand, and I'll tell you, this is a little bit of a different situation. I had this sent to me. This was a guitar that was purchased by one of our Patreon patrons. And every once in a while I will do this, where I'll put a kind of a call out and say, hey, I really want to do a Fender Telecaster project. I want to do a Stratocaster project. I want to do a Revstar project. We did that one very recently. And somebody will, I'll say, does anybody, want to purchase a guitar? I'll do the mods and stuff, and then I'll send it to you when I'm done. So that's what we're doing here. So that's what this is. But I've never seen one of these American Pro 2s in person. From what I understand, this was purchased from the Sweetwater Marketplace. So I think this is a demo guitar, if that makes sense. So that's going to be kind of cool to see what's in this case and what it looks like. So we like to unbox everything because if it comes looking a certain way, although it's not a brand new guitar this time, so we'll just see. Let's just see what happens. And then we've got the Tonex sitting over here, and we're going to go ahead and tune this thing up and give it a playthrough and see what it sounds like. And you'll get to hear the Tonex a little bit for the first time on our channel. So let's go ahead and cut this thing apart. Knife of the day. Microtech UTX 70 with transparent jade green scales with a Tonto blade. Fancy box cutter, really. Actually just got this knife. I don't know that I've ever used it for anything. I feel like this might be a new guitar because it's got the Fender packaging and it is factory packaged. I do know that there is a Fender guitar in here in a hard shell case. I am fairly certain, I do know that this is a American Telecaster, so let's get this thing out of the box. Ow, staples. Alright, so it comes in a cool hard shell case, and hopefully it's not locked. Very good. Ooh, nice. Yeah, this is not a used guitar. This is a new guitar. It's got all the stuff. Stickers are still on the oof. Oh. Very nice. Little stickery glue here. Wow, what a cool looking guitar. It's not mine, otherwise I'd pull the stuff off of the pickguard. So I believe this guitar has, okay, so this is the American Pro 2. It has the V-Mod Alnico 5 pickups in it, as far as I can remember. Looks like we've got a super chat over here really quick. Hang on one second. We're doing a live, so I still like to talk to super chats. Enjoy the channel. Do you fix pedals for money? I do not. I do not do any repairs of any kind. I can't remember the color of this. So when Chris and I were discussing what guitar he may buy, we were talking about kind of if you're going to buy the Tele to buy, what would it be? In my opinion, this is the Tele to buy right now because it is got a satin finish on the neck. Modern tuners, which I don't really like, but I know a lot of people do. Most people do like the modern tuners. Looks like it's got the nice modern deal there. But the biggest thing for me is it's got regular Alnico pickups in it instead of the stupid noiseless ones. And I say stupid. You guys might like them. I personally am not a fan. Although, you know, I replace stuff anyway, so it doesn't matter. But since I'm going to replace pickups and stuff, I don't see the reason in buying the expensive ones, because you're going to take them out anyway, unless you want to like sell them on eBay or something, or Reverb. The biggest thing though is it's got this really cool bridge with these brass saddles that are finished in a way that it is very unique. The ends are round, and then it's got the little step down bridge. So it's like the best of both worlds. It's like the modern American Telecaster, but the proper vintage appointments in the right places, in my opinion. So I really think this thing is super cool. Let's see if there's any questions. Got to know how the frets are. So let me grab a strap, and I'm going to just give this thing, I'm just going to throw a clip-on tuner on it. Of course, there's going to be no setup or anything at the moment, but we're going to give this thing a quick tune, and I'll give you an idea of how kind of healthy the setup is. Let's see. Now you should be aware that it is not the responsibility of the guitar builder to set the guitar up. People disagree with me on that, but they don't know how you play. They don't know what kind of setup you want. That being said, I feel like I might want to run a file through the B string nut slot. I would like to look at what the neck relief on this guitar is and see if there might be a high fret right in here on the low side in the 12th to 14th area, just giving it a quick cursory look. Overall, the setup of the guitar is good. The pickups are too low, in my opinion, but you know, out of the box, it's totally acceptable to come out of the box, unless there's a high fret right there. But I don't know, because and the nut has got a little, maybe not. Maybe it's not acceptable. I just feel like that nut's got just a little something. Yeah, I feel like if you just ran a file through it just one time, it's like there's maybe a little hair on the bone or something. So to be perfectly honest with you, I would fix that. I don't believe that either of those issues, maybe even if there's a little high fret right here, that they are returnable offenses. I think what you would do is just drop this off at your local tech that does all your work for you and just have them go through it and do a setup on it, which I would do with any new guitar anyway. But I think overall condition and overall look, this thing is pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and the fret ends and everything are stellar. And it might just be a setup thing. I would not put this down to bad fretwork at this point. On tonight's live stream, I will give you a full report on the frets on this guitar, because as soon as we get done with the live stream, I will flatten out the neck and I will fret rocker it and just see. I wouldn't give it a full-on judgment on that yet, because everywhere except for this one spot is fine. So, all right. Yeah, this thing is pretty cool. All right, well, let's get this thing plugged in and hear what it sounds like, shall we? So what I'm going to do first is put my headphones on and make sure that the levels are good and stuff. And then I'm going to mute this microphone and unmute the guitar. Apparently my cable won't work with this jack cup. So, let's flip it around real quick. Live television. And it's got 9s on it, which, ugh, not a fan, but that's how Fenders always come, so. Alright, let me give this thing a little bit of a playthrough really quick, just make sure the levels are right, and then I'll share it with you. Well, this thing is pretty neat. I think just running through the setup real quick, it will be fine. And I think it's going to be a great guitar. I can't remember what mods we're going to do to it. I talked to him a little bit. We're going to put new pickups in it, but I can't remember. This might be getting a Firebird pickup in the neck position. Or it might be getting like a Brent Mason Nashville kind of thing. I can't remember. I got to talk to him about it, but I'm pretty sure involved in this guitar is going to be a Firebird pickup. So stay tuned for that, because it's something we've been meaning to do on this channel for quite a while. The first sound you heard in that thing was like a super reverb tone from the Tonex. The second one was like a Dumble thing, which I'm not totally sold on yet. I haven't messed with it totally. And then the third one is a JCM 800 thing. What I really like about that Tonex thing is you can find a sound in there. Even if what you heard just now is not really what you really want to hear, there's a bunch in there, and it's very manipulatable. So, for example, on that last sound, you know, a JCM 800 dimed is kind of fizzy. So, but when you go ahead and turn down the preamp gain and turn up the power amp gain and get a lot of clarity out of it, it really does sound like a proper EL34 situation. It's really cool. It really is usable, which I really dig. All right, let's see here. Let's see if there's any questions. The cable is a Runway Audio cable. There's a link in the description. And let's see what else. Yeah, you can adjust the right angle jack in this. We're probably going to just take it out and put a I like to use electro sockets because they are more versatile in that situation. And what else do we have here? No, I think this is a great guitar. I think it's going to be a really good one. I'm trying to see if there's anybody that has any questions about this thing. The only thing I don't, the electronically, the pickups are actually pretty decent. The neck pickup is a little anemic in my opinion, but it's also a little too low. We could probably fix that with some pickup height. So it's probably fine. Like if you wanted to buy one of these things and not do anything to it, it would probably be amazing. I will say there's a link to the guitar in the description. There's a link to the Tonex in the description. There's a link to the cable in the description, all the stuff. But what I will say is the only thing I don't like is the taper of the pot. Because when you roll it off, the volume goes away super fast. And so I like something that is a little more gradual on the top. And a lot of people don't like to use audio taper pots for volumes, but I like it because the top third is really like, it gives you a lot of room where you don't make mistakes when you play live. Like if you move the knob too much, it doesn't shut the guitar off. So I kind of like that. That's obviously an opinion thing, but it's one of the things that I really like. Let's see. I've owned a $1,700 Gibson. I do own a $1,700 Gibson. It's fantastic. Let's see. Anything else? No, I don't think so. Cool. Well, I hope you guys dug the live unboxing of an American Pro 2 Fender Telecaster. I have never had one of these, so I'm going to enjoy it while I have it before we send it off to Chris with the aforementioned modifications. Of course, there will be a few more videos with this guitar, and you will see it. We will probably use it in the Tonex video. When we put together the actual Tonex review video, there's going to be a bunch of videos on the Tonex thing, but we'll probably be using multiple guitars because there's just so much that you could talk about with that thing. So, I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, sweet guitar. Good choice, Chris. And I think we will enjoy messing around with this thing. Make sure you check out our live stream tonight at 8 p.m. on Thursdays, where we do the Q&A thing. We took the week off last week, so thanks for the break, everybody, but we are back. And then on Monday, we got another video. Tuesday, we have our live podcast, and Wednesdays, we have news. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you tonight. Oh, all this stuff is ad-free, available on Patreon. There's a level for on Patreon over there. So if you don't like ads, you can check out the ad-free versions over there. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you soon.